Angelina had been hurt in the past, though undaunted by it, as she had told Peter that third morning on the porch, hurt by miseries that she'd weathered well, for not so much as a crease crossed her brow. Peter already loved her for her spirit, but of course it was too soon to tell her that, so he listened well and talked well. In these morning meetings, having resorted to going into work late and working longer. The town was empty at this time of day, but for the toddlers and the elderly. This morning the new friends took a walk around the back of the house, passing through the rusty gate, and took a sour drink of rhubarb, spitting out the sour pulp. Peering into the garage, they saw a perfectly preserved Model A car, left there when Grandpa's sight had dimmed. In the yard they inhaled the scents of the marigolds, the flowers that followed the summer lost, right up through the final frost, and finally, they sat on the old garden bench, near the bird bath, under the massive oak tree. She removed her straw hat, her bright golden curls shining in the shade like a secondary sun. Between kisses, she related more of her past, the living book that we all learn from, for there is seemingly no shortcut to the bliss of life in middle age.
For a while there I gave up on life. Before I found program and before I knew myself and loved myself for who I was. At first I was angry at the loss of love, which led me to the avoidance and hatred of the one thing that I did want, love and security. Yes, it's a strange paradox. And once I'd given up on life, I began to die a little more each day. Other relationships came, but there was always fear before and guilt after. The whole scene but a downward spiral from which I could not recover.
Me too. For a while I retreated from the game, to the sidelines where I could neither win nor lose and lived, if you could call it that, in that gray safety zone that knows neither suffering nor enjoyment. Neither victory nor defeat, where the air was unchanging and stifling.
I know, Peter, I know.
And I've learned since then that one must either love or love not. There is no safe middle ground, just round and round like an amusement park ride, apparently safe in the self-made berm and bunker. But in reality, trapped by all the dizzying sights and sounds.
So then what did you do?
I discovered that life was a two-sided coin. The barrier that kept me in was the same one that kept love out. I used support programs and books like Do It to see an emotional duality as well. I realized that the other side of fear was excitement. That excitement was exactly the same feeling as fear. That excitement was fear turned inside out, and that I could, for example, give a presentation at a meeting, which once might have been a fearful thing, but was now exciting since I was on center stage and had the whole audience hanging on my every word. Then I looked at the other side of my hurt and saw that it reminded me of where caring had gone. It was my unconditional gift to another human being, and then the hurt suddenly had meaning. As for my anger, I turned its energy to my advantage, like a judo expert, redirecting the force of another's attack, and used the energy for change to move forward. Soon I was happy and singing and looking forward to my next experience, and here it is, and here you are. I found a joy in you, Angelina, one that carries me through the workday to where I must soon go forth.
Okay, I'll be short. That's the key, she continued. Joy is everything. With joy, one can survive all sorts of duties and whatnot. Joy is the background radiation that is always there no matter what the chore. In fact, the word joy doesn't even have an opposite.
Unjoy?
Nice try, but as you can see and feel, there is no end to joy. Also, note that there's even a word that means more joy.
Enjoy.
Yes, good Peter. Joy never ends but can only go higher, for the repetition enhances it. Do you know the word?
Rejoice.
Great. Joy is uplifting and keeps you afloat no matter what. It cannot be dampened, even while you're working hard or during an illness. It's always there and never lets you sink.
Joy's a buoy.
Good. And when two people want to give joy to each other, they
join.
Wonderful, Peter. How do you know all these word sounds?
I'm a poet and a philosopher in a past life.
You do seem so familiar to me.
I have to go to work now, I guess.
Your I guess is my opening. Stay with me today. It is time.
Yes, I must be with you. It is true, but where?
The barn down the lane, it has a hayloft.
No one uses it.
Not for a long time. Let's go.